analyzed 3,664 Pro Hog 2.6 battles, so we're going to be using some of the techniques I found for hard matchups. First, we of course, Lumberoon first play. It is kind of annoying because like when I know it's coming, I feel like it's not too bad, but I do feel that I overspent there. This is actually a very good matchup for Hog 2.6, or pretty good. I think the win rate is above 50%. Okay, I'm gonna try, hopefully this is enough. Oh, it was not enough. So anyways, this is a good matchup for Hog 2.6. So if I lose Pekka Balloon, wait, no, what? This is Pekka Lumberoon. If I lose, that is completely on me. But let me think of the actual techniques we have here. So frequently for balloon decks, pros will put the musketeer right in front of the king tower and then use her turret if needed. So I'm prepared to do that here. We'll see if he actually does have a big spell. I think we've only seen 4 of his cards so far, right? Because of Skarmy. I can't remember how aggressive. Oh no, this is 6 hogs per game, I think, usually. So that is good to keep in mind. Okay, we got some good damage because he froze, I guess. I would assume is why. I'm just going to over defend here, I think, especially because of the rage. Okay, so the one thing I wanted to say is like I have a lot of data on all of this, but I haven't practiced it really. I like did some practice earlier, but I wouldn't say it's all like really synthesized or whatever. So, okay, we've got a Pekka in the back. I don't really need to worry about offense here, so I'm just gonna maybe stack my musketeers. For freeze, you obviously don't want to keep your musketeers too close to each other, but aside from that, I don't know if he's gonna have a big spell. If he does, okay. Ah, man, that hero ability is so frustrating. But yeah, so basically if they have freeze, you just don't panic, you get another cannon or musketeer down on the board. So that is what I will be doing. Oh, I forgot the rage was going to kill the skeletons. He already used his freeze though. Okay, so I really just need to be careful of his freeze here. I feel like this one is actually turning out fine. I'm not exactly sure why he didn't defend my hog earlier, but I'm just going to fireball those. Because I can afford to over defend now, you know what I mean? Like I can afford to use my spells a lot. Things like that. So, okay. I feel like I didn't need to use too much of the like actual analysis I normally do in that matchup, but we'll see what the next one is. First, I have to obviously see what we're facing so I can like remember everything. Okay, we have a Royal Hogs deck. So number 1 for this is you want to use a 3/3 cannon. Not exactly sure why. I have to log that Dark Op, otherwise he would just get damage. 3/3 cannon, I would have thought like a typical cannon, but I guess if they're split, it's easier to get them all or something. But yeah, so pros typically will do a cannon. Do I fireball that? Pros will typically do a cannon and then one other card like log, cycle card of some sort, obviously not ice golem. They may do, They may do, so this is definitely not a meta deck, I would think. I don't think Mega Knight and Royal Hogs are typically in the decks that I've studied, because I studied the decks in the top 1,000 of players, or top 500 to top 1,000 of players who play Hog 2.6. Regardless, I'm sure a lot of the same principles hold. So we've got our 3/3 cannon, Royal Hogs, Royal Hogs, you are being a little bit more aggressive than usual. I think it's 7 hog sends per game. I am really bad at making sure that did not think he would get to her so fast. I'm really bad at making sure that he doesn't dash into my tower, because like I feel like I'm normally like kind of cocky and I'm like, I can place this at the last possible time and have an optimal. Okay. Royal Hogs are probably coming, so I'm just gonna go cannon here because I do need some DPS for the Mega Knight. I'm just gonna fireball log the wizard. Okay, cool. And then the cannon, I'm actually back to my cannon already. I'm gonna do another cannon up high and then I'm gonna log. Unfortunately, I missed a hog, but the log got the Dark Gob, which is a fair trade in my opinion. So I just have to keep this guy away from, oh my gosh, I thought I missed that. I totally thought I had missed that. I'm just gonna fireball that before it gets too late because sometimes I literally forget. So we'll go into overtime and I'll be like, why didn't the game end? And it's because I literally just left the tower at like 200 health. So not sure if that's like the optimal time to do it, but wow, I've been getting really lucky with the logs. So I may have rage quit against Expo. So I'm gonna be stitching 2 matches together rather than doing them in a row. But I will be practicing more and talk to you later.